Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
It's Madi Madison Spectrum Art.
It is Maddie and Madison coming at you from Spectrum Art. Welcome to our channel and this tutorial. If you are new here, please click on the description box down below to find out a little bit more about us. But we're going to go ahead and get right into this because we have so much fun making these, and they're really cute and very versatile. So we're going to be making deli paper bags. Oh yes, Madison's reminding us that it is Autism Month, April is, so remember to wear and sport your blue, right? Okay, so let's get right into it. So Madison, what are we going to be needing in order to make these?
Brush.
We're going to need a brush. Now you can use a regular brush, or in this case, we are going to be using the silicone brush, which is fantastic, by the way, highly recommended. We decided to try it out, to see if it would actually work, and it does. It's actually, we purchased it on Amazon. It's under the cosmetic section. It's under beauty, basically, because that's what I guess they use it for. But it works magnificent for spreading glue, so I highly recommend.
I guess it's in the beauty because they use it for makeup.
They do. And the thing is, it's funny because they do have some of the brushes in the art section, which are specifically made for art. Well, guess what? They're like 5 times more expensive or 3 times more expensive than it is under the beauty section. So by all means, avoid the art kind and just go straight to the makeup. They also, one of our subbies shared with us during a live that they have them also on eBay. So that's another option as well. And they might even have it at your local beauty store. So take a look at that. But yes, that's a great alternative. But if not, plain old brush will do.
Napkins.
We're gonna need some napkins. And so I'll show you some of the ones we've done. And we'll use this one for today. We're gonna need some tape. And it could be packing tape. Not packing tape. Well, I guess it could be. Kind of strong, but Scotch tape or masking tape, but
Or duct tape.
kind of strong, too strong. But we'll use just regular, good old tape.
Scissors.
We'll need some scissors, yes, and just plain scissors will do.
White glue.
Some white glue, which we put in this little jar, just makes it easier to go ahead and spread. And if you notice, we have a very fancy container, but believe it or not, this is amazing. It works so good. Yeah, I know it was honey. It works so good for just squirting the right amount in there. See that? And then it kind of sits this way on your desk. So there's another tip for you guys. And what else are we gonna need? We're gonna need our deli paper. We actually got this deli paper from like Sam's or Walmart or Restaurant Depot. Any of those will sell these boxes, but you can also buy the roll and cut it yourself. This is just a little easier because it dispenses it into sheets that are kind of pre-cut, so that's what we're going to be using.
You can also get it at Home Depot.
No, you mean Restaurant Depot?
Yeah.
Yes. But of course, if you get the roll, then you're also not limited to the size that you want to cut in case you want bigger bags. So, but we'll be using this one. And was there anything else that we were going to need?
Optional.
Your ink is optional, yes. So if you want to distress the edges, and you'll notice that some we did distress and some we did not. So that's totally optional. If you like the look, or maybe depending on the images on there, you can decide to do some not. And of course you can do any color, as far as inking is concerned. Okay, so let's go ahead and now that we've talked about the supplies, and you can see how basic, I mean, this is stuff that we all have in our house. Tape, scissors, white glue, not even, any kind of fancy glue, and a pretty napkin, and some deli paper that you might even have already in your cupboard. So let's talk about what we've made and how we're going to be using them. So I will start with showing you guys some of the ones that we've made. I'll start from the back. We made some bigger ones, as you can tell, okay? And we made different sizes. We made some long, we made some a little bit more on the shorter side. We made some medium size, almost like bags for, I said French fries, I guess, or cookies, but they are not that small. They're kind of big. Chicken nuggets maybe. And then with the little pieces that we had left over from when we made these, we had all these tiny little tiny pieces, and rather than throwing them away, Rose Alcala, who is the creator of Rosie Posey's Kits, and her channel is Rosie's Crafty Shack, had a challenge for us this week. She wanted us to go ahead and create utilizing nothing but scraps. It didn't matter whether it was paper scraps or fabric scraps or any kind of scrap, just don't throw it away and create something with it. So we had this on our desk because that's what we were working on. So we said, okay, challenge accepted. So we went ahead and grabbed the little pieces that were left over, and we went ahead and folded them and made them into these cute little envelopes. See? And of course you could put a little card in there and whatnot, or a secret little love note. But also the backgrounds, using the inspiration of the time card that Madison had altered, the 2 time cards that she altered, where she used nothing but all the leftover pieces of tissue. That's the same thing that we went ahead and did here. So I went ahead and made all of these tiny ones just using the scraps of napkins that we use, and you'll recognize these when I show you the bigger ones from those bigger ones. But look how cute these are. They're just like little tiny envelopes. See that hot air balloon and other pieces, those hearts, that butterfly, all those, that cupcake, these were all left over. So we got a really nice stash now, ready to go. Let me show you the ones. Oh, we started experimenting too. Let me show you this in case you guys want to think of some other ideas too. We grabbed this, and we'll make more of these, and we actually went ahead and created a multi-pocket tuck spot as well. So in this case, you have a spot right here in the front, then you have one in here, and then you have one in here. But in addition, you also have the actual bag pocket. So really it's 1, open the bag, 2, close that bag, 3, open this bag, 4, and then if you glue it down just on the 3 sides, you have another pocket. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And that was just from one of these sheets. And you know, you can actually grab, where's a piece of paper? Is there a piece of paper somewhere here? Yeah, you can grab, I mean, this is not the right size, but you guys get it. You can actually grab little pieces of paper or anything that you like and go ahead and even decorate these that way. But I thought these would be really cute, not only to fill with goodies, but also to go ahead and put inside of journals, right? The same thing with these. Some of these that we left a little taller, that was my my thinking behind them, was the fact that you could actually, you know, put in the tags or whatever gifts you're going to be sending, maybe in Happy Mail to some of your friends. And then you can also close that and add a topper on there as well, right? With a little bow or a little button. And what a cute way to present, you know, something that you're sending to someone. Plus, now they get to have the actual pocket. Can you pick that up, please? They'll actually get to have this as well. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. We dropped something. Oopsie. Oh, and it was black ink too. Yikes. Okay, we're all good. All right, so let's see what we made, yeah? So we showed you the little ones. Let's go ahead and look at these other ones. These are the ones that Madison made, that she worked on. So we've got this adorable, again, see, it's a little bag to put your tags or whatever in. Here's some other ideas. She made this with the Peter Rabbit napkin that Miss Tammy had sent her. And I like the fact that this one she kind of did going this way, which is kind of cool because now you can tuck stuff in that way. Why not, right? She's got some of those, some feathers and eggs. I mean, the possibilities are endless, right? Because it just depends. Look at that one on the napkins that you have. I actually, this was the one that I started during a live. I think that one and this one. But there you go. Look how pretty. Oh, look at that little birdie. And look at those cute horses and a hummingbird and a very patriotic one and a dress form. So all kinds of possibilities. And if you notice, we did leave some blank. Why? Because they're ready to go. And if we want to just maybe directly stamp an image on there, we can. If we want to put somebody's name on it, we can. If we want to distress it in colors, we can. So we have a whole basket now ready to go. For what? For when we're gonna send Happy Mail, for when we're gonna send, you know, something for a friend, for if you're having maybe even a party, and you wanna make, you know, specific favor bags, then you most certainly can go ahead and do that for anything, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and pause. I'm gonna clean up and then I'm gonna come back and make one with you, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, let's make one together. The first thing we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna go ahead and grab our napkin and we're gonna open that up. And there are plenty of videos out there on how to do this. So if you seen that before, no worries. But I figure I'd show you how we made ours in case you want to craft along or in case you want to see somebody else's take on it or you've never seen it before, right? Now, most napkins will come with 2 or 3 plies. Sometimes they're kind of easy to go ahead and pull apart. Like, see, this one's already kind of coming apart on its own, see? So we've got one. Don't throw these away, by the way. That's another great tip. Don't throw those away. Save those. And then this one looks like it might have another ply, and I could be wrong, but that's where this tape kind of comes in. Now, you have to be careful, and you don't want to have it like too sticky, so I tend to do this on it just to kind of test a corner and make sure. This is what helps it pull that second layer apart. In this case, there is no second layer, or third layer, I should say. And you would know because once you did this, that other layer would actually stick to this, which we're not getting. So this napkin specifically only has 1 ply or 2 plies, the one on top and the one, this extra one. These you want to save because you can use these for stamping your images and creating your own tissue paper to go ahead and apply to different projects. If you guys remember that dress form one that I just showed you, that is actually a stamp that we went ahead and stamped on you know, some scraps as well, and then we went ahead and used it, and it looks great, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got our napkin, we've got our piece of paper. Again, the size is totally up to you. For this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and actually use that crease to help me cut right down, and you do want to keep it a little bit straight because you don't want your, when you fold it over, to be all wonky. Let's go ahead and put that aside. We're gonna use just this half right here. And I have one ready here for you guys, but I'll show you what I mean. We're gonna go ahead and just decide on your placement, how wide do you want it. For the sake of this video, we're gonna go real quick just about there. Make sure, you know, to try to align the top, whatever your top is going to be, excuse the glue, try to align that because the bottom is not so relevant. It's not really going to make that much of a difference. And then you want to fold over, making sure that you give yourself enough space so that you do not actually, you know, crease into that other side or fold it over. Okay, so now I know that that is a really good width. So what I want to do is I want to come here and cut. Again, trying to be straight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but decently, that piece. If you notice, do you recognize the envelopes? Aha, see? Does that look familiar? Those little tiny envelope pockets that we had made, those were the scraps that were left over. Okay, but now we've got this. So let me go ahead and fold it over again. All right, I know it's kind of hard to see, guys. I wish, you know what? Let me see if I can find something dark to put, yes, underneath here. This might help. Oh, this side maybe. Yeah. Okay, so take a look at that, right? You see the little flap there? Before you do anything, you do want to glue that because that's what's going to keep this as a straight edge. If you start folding and messing with it, this is going to start shifting and you don't want to do that. So you can use your regular white glue to go ahead and glue that seam. Oh, I should also mention there are 2 sides to these sheets. It is a big, huge deal, not really, but it is so much nicer when it's got the shiny side to the outside, and then there's a little one that the other side's a little bit duller, it doesn't have as much like waxy of a finish. I like to put that one to the inside. It just looks prettier. But again, not the end of the world. If you make one the other way, don't throw it away. It's not that big of a deal. You want to put the glue on this side. You don't want it oozing into the other side. And it does not take much, guys. You saw how little of a bead I ran across that. And there you go. If you notice that anything is lifting a little bit, you can always go back and add a little bit of glue and then press it back down. Okay, and there we go. So that's gonna keep that from shifting. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring the bottom up, and we're gonna do that, okay? Once that is done, you're gonna go ahead and take, and I like, do you have to? No, you don't have to snip them. I think it just looks a lot prettier for presentation to go ahead and snip off those ends. So we do that. You could cut this inner lip a little smaller if it's sticking out some, but in this case, it looks pretty good. You're gonna open up both flaps. You're gonna go ahead and put some glue on that one. And that just glues that one to that. And then you're gonna put a nice, you know, making sure you go all around the edges so nothing starts falling apart later. And you're gonna go ahead and run that. And it's really that quick, guys. Look at that, right? You could also, if you don't want the seam here, you could also make it, you know, so that the seam is actually down the middle, but honestly, not a big deal. It's still super cute. Okay, now, a lot of folks grab napkins and they use a wet brush, and you can do that, and it just kind of, and it gives you a better, it really helps you to be able to define a lot better where it is that you want. But on some images like this big one, this is not a big deal. So I just, and I should say we, because Madison loves to do this part, we just basically grab a napkin and tear. And I love that torn look. It just looks all tattered, and you know, I really like that. So we go around this way, kind of following the image, see? And this is so much fun to do, by the way. It's one of those things that you just enjoy, tearing that paper with your fingers, and you know, there's no right way, wrong way. Just a nice relaxing way to relax, because nice way to relax, a relaxing way to relax. Really, Maddie? I cracked myself up. It's okay. Of course, Madison's over there just shaking her head. All right. And don't throw these away, right? Because again, these are the little pieces that you can use on something else. So, okay. And then sometimes I kind of go back, I look at it and I say, too much over here. So I'm going to tear some out like that. And I love those little dangly pieces. Okay. And we kind of decide where it is that we want to place it. We're going to take our glue and our little brush, whether it's a silicone brush. See how that glides? Oh, I love that. And then you don't have to worry about cleaning a whole bunch of bristles and stuff. I absolutely love this thing. And it was only, yeah, like $5. But for the set, it's not like it was $5 for the brush. It was $5 or $6 for a set that came with a silicone bowl and I think a tweezer or a pouch, like some other stuff.
It also came with a knife or something.
Oh yeah, like a silicone putty knife or something. So that, now once we've got that, the most important thing, guys, are the edges. So I always start with the edges, pressing down gently and adding a little bit of glue. Don't need to overkill it, don't need to over soak it, just a little bit, but we do want to make sure that all of these edges are not going to become a problem later on and lift or snag on anything and end up tearing, right? And basically undoing everything that we've done. So I start at the edges and I push down gently. Okay, plus it really helps to seal it. And then when we are done with that, I usually go back, and this is what Madison and I were discussing last night, to make sure, because she had a couple of pieces that lifted this morning, and I was explaining to her that you do want to go back and lightly seal it all. And it doesn't take much, guys. I'm barely touching that. You see that? And then just spreading it out. It's just a drop or two of glue that you need per napkin. And there you go. There's our first one. You can go ahead and let it sit, set it to the side. You can definitely take your gun to it. So, you know, and I can actually set that one aside and show you this other one that we had done as well. This is another napkin and this is the bag. And so this was the design that we were thinking of. See how cute that is? But again, you can even, look at that. You can even grab these and, you know, add some interest on there. Look at that. How cutie patootie is that bird with that on there, right? And we can add another piece. And if I had other colors, I would definitely do that. You can create some really cool trims even like that if you wanted to. But I like a fatter one on this side. Let's grab this one and go down that way and see how that looks. And play with your napkins, man. This is part of the fun, is just playing with this stuff. So we can look at that.
That's pretty.
That's a nice one, huh? Oh, I like that better. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and glue this at the top. And again, those were just scraps that we were gonna throw away, but now you've added some interest, some added interest to your little bag here.
Good job, man.
Thank you. All right, so we place that there. And then we go back. Oops, too much.
You put a lot.
Go back and barely tap a little bit. Add some more over there. Make sure it doesn't lift later on. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. It is as simple as that. You can go ahead and build a nice stash. Sit, you know, back and grab some napkins and, you know, build up your stash. Have them ready to go in a little basket like you just saw ours, or a little tub. And whenever you're going to be sending out something and you're kind of wondering, oh, what do I put this in? Just a plastic bag, or, you know, nothing at all. Now you can actually go ahead and just grab one of your really pretty little bags and make something really cute for a friend and send that out instead. Look at our birdie. Isn't he adorable? Or she. Could be. Doesn't have color, so I can't tell. You think it's a man? Okay, so it's a male bird, Madison said. It's been decided. What's his name?
Josh.
His name is Josh the bird. Got it. All right, well, Josh the bird looks totally handsome, and he is done, and we will let these two dry, and then when it's dry, then I'll go ahead and cut that off. And there are 2 more napkins, or little bags to add to our stash. Now, before we go, I want to remind everyone, number 1, everyone can create. Go ahead and make some of these. Number 2, we are going to be destashing some of Madison's napkins as we promised, because she has got so many. How did you know what I was going to say? It's got yeah, I'm going to say that in a second. So many that we are going to be make sure that we actually destash some of those and spread the love around, so that we can actually hopefully bring it back down to make it fit into one drawer. So make sure that you check out our Facebook page, which is somewhere on here. Yeah, it is. It's Facebook. We're Spectrum Art on Facebook, and you'll recognize the logo, guys, because I know there's a couple of other Spectrum Arts, but just look for our logo, and you know that's our page, and we'll be listing them on there. And Madison just reminded us that we have giveaways. Yes, I believe there are 2 that are for mid-May, and 1 that is for, no, I'm sorry. There are 2 for mid-April, yes. And another one that will be the 1st of May. So if you've missed those videos that we had some giveaways, little giveaways going on, go ahead and go back and watch those. It's probably the last 2, 3, 4 videos back. Not the destash, I'm sorry, not the mail, happy mail videos, but the ones before that, the time cards, and the time card pockets, all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, just ask below. We hope to see you guys back here soon. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope that you will try it, right? Yeah. Give it a go. If you need anything, if we can facilitate anything for you guys,
if you have any ideas,
or if you have any ideas, share them. Absolutely. Bye. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed day. Bye, guys.
Bye.